the cultural phenomenon beyond music, K-pop. The winner of 4 Oscars receiving the global spotlight, K-cinema. A worldwide sensation, K-drama. Leading eating habits and trends, K-food. And Korean language programs offered by prestigious universities worldwide.
이제 대한민국은 퍼스트 무버가 되기 위해서 새로운 혁신의 발걸음을 힘차게 내딛기 시작했습니다.
The world is enthralled by the small peninsula, the Republic of Korea. How did this small country captivate the world? In the late 1990s, the Korean cultural waves spread beyond Asia to the world, paving the way for Korea's powerful presence on the world stage today. This is Korea.
저도 여러분과 한 몸으로 뼈가 빠지게 뛰겠습니다.
More than 70 years ago from today, Korea was a land ravaged by the Korean War that broke out on June 25, 1950. With the USA and Soviet Union stationed across the 38th parallel, the Korean peninsula was tragically divided into south and north. Completely ravaged by war, South Korea became one of the poorest countries in the world. To those who had hungry mouths to feed, dreaming was a luxury and hope seemed non-existent. But they did not give up, because nothing would ever change if nothing was done. The desperation to overcome poverty brought the government and citizens together. While receiving international aid, they committed themselves to post-war reconstruction. Nurses and miners dispatched to Germany set remittances home, providing the money for building roads and factories. People worked sewing machines all night and fueled the manufacturing industry. Scientists living overseas exchanged their comforts for a ticket back home and committed themselves to a 5-year economic development plan for Korea's future. Guided by diligence, self-development, and cooperation, people joined in the Seemaul Undong and endeavored to improve their homes and villages. Buildings towered over what once lay in ruins, and an endless stream of freighters carrying cargo departed from ports, propelling Korea's unprecedented growth. The world called it the miracle on the Han River. When the financial crisis of 1997 rocked the country, people jumped into action. They participated in the campaign to donate gold to the country, leading the efforts to overcome the crisis. In 2002, they became one again as the Red Devils, helping Korea successfully host the World Cup. Then in 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Korea not only set an example for the world with its health protocols, but also drafted the world's first virus genome map, contributing to the end of the pandemic. In times of crisis, the government and people demonstrated the power of solidarity. From one of the poorest countries, Korea has developed into the 13th largest economy in the world. It is the only country to have transitioned from an aid recipient to an aid donor. This is the strength that has made Korea what it is today, a country made by the government and people together. Today, Korea's economic growth is not the only subject of the world's attention. In the late 1990s, a new term emerged following the popularity and influence of Korean idol band HOT in China. Hallyu. Now, the Hallyu fever is spreading beyond Asia as all parts of the world consume and enjoy Korean culture in various fields. The number of foreigners visiting Korea is a barometer of the world's growing interest in Korea. In 2019, the number of foreign tourists to Korea spiked following the Hallyu boom in China, but fell drastically due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As of 2023, the number is on a steep rise again. Moreover, tourists are coming from around the world. This shows that Hallyu is neither restricted to specific countries nor a passing phenomenon. Why is the world so fascinated and captivated by Hallyu? This is how British musician Hangeul, based in Korea, explains it.
Korean people love to sing together. They love to join in and give this strong feedback in the performance, and that creates this energy, almost a little bit church-like, almost like a gospel feeling, but different.
한국인들한테 특유한 솔직함이 있다는 것 같아요. 솔직한 것에 대해서 반응을 가장 많이 할 수 있는 민족이라고 생각하는데 그것이 서로 공연이나 그런 데서 서로 시너지를 막 주고받고 하는 에너지가 돼서 어마어마하게 큰 힘을 발휘하게 되겠죠.
An indispensable aspect of Korean concerts is the crowd singing along. The exchange of energy is intoxicating, as anyone has experienced it will confirm. Perhaps this crowd participation is the product of traditional culture. In Korean traditional performances, there is no divide between the stage and audience, allowing actors and the audience to interact with each other. This tradition continues today in the form of crowds singing along at concerts.
공연을 보러 갔지만 나 역시 같이 공연을 하고 있는, 그러니까 내가 주인공이 될 수도 있고 그들이 주인공이 될 수도, 결국 같이 주인공이 될 수 있는 것들을 우리 민족이, 우리나라 사람들이 그런 걸 되게 즐겨하고.
우리나라 사람들의 고유의 어떤 DNA는 익살과 해악, 그리고 또 풍자적인 측면이 굉장히 많이 있거든요. 그리고 다음 단계까지 진화시키는, 자연스럽게 흘러가는 그런 어떤 DNA가 자체적으로 어떤 민족성이랄지 아니면 사회 전반적인 분위기에서 묻어나고 그게 배어있다고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
Geared with honesty and wit, they are not scared to send messages to society when it goes awry or about things that are not right. This tendency is not restricted to music. The winner of 4 Academy Awards, director Bong Joon-ho's Parasite,
가난한 자와 부자의 이야기도 하면서 동시에 서로 간의 예의에 관한 문제이기도 합니다. 인간에 관한 예의를 다루고 있는 그런 측면이 있어요.
그 한국적인 어떤 유머 그런 것들 모두 다 캐치하시고 반응을 해주셔가지고 깜짝 놀랐던 그런 기억이 납니다.
The 2021 Netflix hit Squid Game, which set viewership records across the world, also exposes the injustice and inequality in society. Korean cultural heritage, protected at all costs amid foreign invasions, war, and extreme poverty, displays values that humanity must uphold. The beauty of Korean cultural heritage is that it is humble, yet not shabby, elegant, yet not ostentatious. In downtown Seoul, Joseon palaces still stand as they did in the past, looking slightly different from the more imposing palaces overseas. Luxury disheartens the people, while too much humility undermines the dignity of the authority. Hence, Joseon palaces exhibit the virtue of modesty as well as the beauty of reverence and nobility. Today, the public can freely visit the palaces and appreciate cultural assets up close. Such cultural heritages and traditions can be found across the country. This coexistence of the most advanced technologies and ancient traditions is another charm of Korea. The past, present, and future exist in one place. Traditional culture, upheld to this day, continues to evolve through new interpretations. Passed down the generations, Confucian principles are still deeply embedded in daily life. Practicing loyalty to the country, filial piety, and decorum with an honest and upright mind forms the basic spirit of the nation. Born from this spirit, Korean culture extends to liberal arts, fine arts, and daily practices. Culture is a means of expressing emotions and sentiments as well as the identity of society. The Korean government is well aware of the power of culture, which is why it is committed to sharing the values of culture with the people. In November 2023, K-pop band Blackpink were invested as honorary members of the Order of the British Empire by King Charles III at Buckingham Palace. They were recognized for spreading environmental awareness among millions of youth around the world. It was another moment testifying to the positive impact of Korean culture. Korea is implementing various policies to develop the power of culture, working with creators from all fields. It aims to build a country where, based on the value of freedom, different cultures thrive in all regions. And everyone, including the socially vulnerable, has equal opportunities to engage in culture and arts in an adventurous and creative environment. Furthermore, efforts are being made to sustain the success of the cultural content industry, regarded as the future growth engine. The power of Korean culture extends far and deep in the world today. Korea, where the present, future, and traditions form a harmony. Coming from this background, Koreans' unique creativity is enough to captivate the world. Today, K-culture is reaching the world as various forms of content. $13.24 billion in exports in 2022. The content industry is growing fast. Consequently, the government is set on providing an environment where creative ideas can be fostered into globally competitive intellectual property rights. Additionally, it is striving to facilitate strategic exports of K-content and help related manufacturing and service industries expand into the overseas market. K-food is no exception. It's become common to see foreigners enjoying Korean food.
This is an instant noodle-based dish, and although I made it myself, it tastes really good.
Riding the wave of Korean culture, K-food has received wide exposure on social media, YouTube, and OTT platforms, spreading fast across the world and changing eating habits.
We started with K-dramas and we saw that they eat it a lot and it looked very yummy. I like tteokbokki.
The recognition of kimbap and bibimbap as healthy foods has fueled their popularity. While on the other side of the spectrum, cheap, diverse, and addictively spicy instant noodles has become a worldwide trend. Korea's export of agricultural and food products is gaining momentum. A country with fine tastes and styles, passion, and affection. Then how safe is Korea for travelers?
저도 미국에서 살다 왔는데 이제 다른 나라 같은 경우면 그렇게 밤새 안전하게 마실 수 있는 문화가 있을 수가 없거든요. 근데 외국인 친구들이 이제 딱 오면은 이제 감탄을 하는 거죠. 그러면은 친구들한테 이제 또 1, 2, 3차, 4차 딱 돌려주면은 이제 친구들도 아 이게 한국의 술 마시는 문화구나 하면서 되게 좋아들 해요.
According to the online database Numbeo, Korea had the highest safety index in the world in 2015. It remains one of the safest countries in the world. It is generally safe to walk at night, even when not sober, and there is a high chance of finding what you've lost in public spaces. Even at night, Korea is on the move, comforting those who are tired and helping them recharge for a brand new day. One can always find friends and neighbors who wholeheartedly support each other and run toward new hopes. This is Korea Today. Then, amid fierce power struggles in an era where the survival and prosperity of nations depend on science and technology, how is Korea preparing for the future?
세계 각국이 치열한 경쟁을 벌이고 있는 AI, 첨단 바이오, 퀀텀 이 3대 게임 체인저 미래 전략 기술에 대한 투자를 대폭 강화하겠습니다.
Some 70 years ago, from the ruins of war, Korea established itself as a country of science and technology. Korea's first nuclear research became humanity's challenge toward the world's first artificial sun. The development of Korea's first digital computer laid the basis for research on quantum computers that will determine the nation's security and future. And the TDX technology that ushered in the era of one phone per household propelled Korea into a telecommunications powerhouse. Today, ICT is steering Korea toward digital innovation. Furthermore, Korea's world-leading semiconductor technology is laying the groundwork for a semiconductor mega-cluster to make Korea one of the top 3 AI powers. The pursuit of homegrown satellite technology has made Korea the 7th country in the world, alongside the US, Japan, and Russia, to launch a rocket carrying a 1-ton satellite. And today, striving to create a better future based on the world's best digital capabilities, Korea spares no effort in providing support and investment for fostering future core technologies. And for the future, changing rapidly with the 4th Industrial Revolution, Korea is taking powerful strides forward.
글로벌 디지털 규범 정립을 위해 대한민국은 필요한 역할을 다할 것입니다. 아울러 전 세계와 연대하여 인류의 자유와 후생을 극대화하는 방향으로 디지털 혁신을 이루어 나갈 것입니다.
It is also taking the initiative to cooperate with international society to promote freedom and fuel sustainable economic growth. From the very foundation, Korea has maintained close relations with the United Nations, established for international peace and stability, and continues to respect the UN's decisions and philosophy. In April 2023, President Yoon paid a state visit to Korea's key partner, the United States. He addressed a joint session of the Congress, emphasizing the importance of the ROK-US alliance in protecting democracy. Korea continues to reinforce security partnerships with the US, Japan, and European nations. while emphasizing the importance of its alliance with ASEAN, which shares in the same law-based international order. Korea is fulfilling its duties as a global leader, speaking up about the Russia-Ukraine war, NATO and Indo-Pacific cooperation, and emerging security threats. Universal values and national interests form the basis of its diplomacy. Partnerships are expanding across various sectors, from security to AI, nuclear power, bio, aerospace, semiconductors, and green energy. Since joining the ranks of advanced nations, Korea has been gradually expanding cultural exchanges beyond East Asia, based on its economic stability and cultural power. President Yoon, pledging to serve as the #1 salesperson for Korea, has met up with the leaders of the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and more, resulting in the conclusion of numerous business deals.
세계 시민의 자유 확대, 국제 사회의 번영에 기여하고자 하는 우리들의 노력이 구체적인 실천으로 이어질 때 우리가 당면한 이 도전들을 헤쳐나갈 수 있습니다.
For greater freedom and prosperity in the world. For strong national defense and security. Going further, for world peace and stability. And to build the future together. For economic cooperation with the world, the President and major organizations are seeking the vast plains of Central Asia. The world has its eyes and hopes on the infinite potential of the small peninsula, the Republic of Korea. The future where the world moves forward together. The small yet mighty nation, Korea, will always be by your side.